The universe is filled with so many deep and interesting mysteries. Despite all the discoveries humanity has made, we have only scratched the surface of what there is to be learned from outer space. Outer space, in simple terms, is a world beyond the atmosphere of our Earth. Extremely vast, space is absolutely fascinating. Besides chemistry and physics, the topic of space is something I love to discuss with my friends and classmates. So today, I bring you an all-new series on my YouTube channel. In this series, I will describe in detail 5 facts about outer space per video I make. If the videos are perceived well, I will continue to make more. You might already be familiar with some of the concepts I discuss, but I'm sure I can expand your knowledge on the amazing world located right above us. I hope by the end of the video you can understand just why I love the concept of outer space so much. Well, I'm Hamdog, and let's dive into today's 5 amazing facts about space. Fact number 1, the distance between the Earth and the Moon. How convenient to start off this series with a fact a little closer to home. Most planets in our solar system are lucky enough to be orbited by celestial bodies called moons, which in turn can be really freaking cool all on their own. From controlling the tides to letting us experience the concept of an eclipse, the moon brings more to the table than meets the eye. But this is not exactly the fact I wanted to share. What we may not realize is just how far away is the moon from us. Because of its orbit, the moon does get closer to and farther away from the Earth at times. During its furthest distance, the moon is about 404,000 kilometers, or roughly 252,000 miles away. That is insane. Putting this into perspective, that is equal to about the circumference of 10 total Earths. What is even more incredible is that you can actually fit all of the other planets of our solar system in between this space, and still have some extra room left over. The other 8 planets of our solar system together have a total diameter of about 390,000 kilometers, or around 244,000 miles. Doing the math, we still have about 14,000 kilometers to fill in. It's a shame this phenomenon isn't what we will ever get to experience. Seeing the beautiful planet Saturn in the night sky at such a close distance would be an awesome sight to fall asleep to, no doubt. Fact number 2, Venus is a scorching hot planet. No, I don't mean hot like me. I mean blazing hot, like the type that sublimates your nads off. Being the second planet from the sun, you'd think Venus would be the second warmest, right after Mercury. As a child, I remember learning that this was not correct and thinking that's not possible. Closer to the sun means the more heated a planet would be, right? True, but in the curious case of Venus, we get an anomaly. Venus is almost identical to Earth in the aspects of mass and size. The key difference between the two is the atmospheres. While Earth's atmosphere is mostly nitrogen and oxygen, Venus's atmosphere is made up of almost entirely carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide not only causes the blanket of air on Venus to be tremendously thicker than ours, but also induces a major greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect, in layman's terms, means heat gets through the planet's atmosphere but is not allowed to leave. This does occur on Earth, but not anywhere close to the degree it does on Venus. Speaking of degrees, this coat of carbon dioxide slaps Venus's surface with an average temperature reading of about 860 degrees Fahrenheit, or 460 degrees Celsius. For all you absolute scale lovers out there, that's a staggering 735 Kelvin. Metals like lead would melt at these temperatures instantly. Putting a human on this planet's surface would cause a real-life case of the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where all the Nazis died at the end. That is absolutely horrific. Unless we can develop suits that can resist temperatures of 460 degrees Celsius, it doesn't look like we are going to be physically visiting Venus anytime soon. Damn Venus, you were my fire, my only desire. Fact number 3, space has a no-boner policy. Nope, I am not making that up. Though I'm sure it hasn't been tried yet, engaging in sexual intercourse would be down near impossible while adventuring through outer space with our current technology. Why is this? Well, to answer that, we have to consider the fact that while in space, the force of gravity is pretty much non-existent. A profound effect of zero gravity is a drop in our body's blood pressure. For all you boring biologists out there, you're gonna love this part. To better explain this, I'm going to be using an equation and then I'm going to dive into the hemodynamics of our body just so it makes a little more sense. So for the purpose of this video, let's say blood flow equals the difference in blood pressure divided by the resistance of blood. Assuming only your blood pressure drops while you're in space, the blood flow in your body would also decrease by a significant amount because this would decrease the change in pressure. For a male to get an erection, enough blood needs to reach the little guy, and if it's not, sorry buddy, no erection. While experiencing this drop in blood pressure, achieving an erection is not your body's #1 priority. A fall in blood pressure would cause the sympathetic nervous system to kick in, and this would override the parasympathetic function of the body. Sympathetic activity is mostly for stress situations and causes ejaculation and flaccidity of a male's genitalia. However, the opposite is true for the parasympathetic nervous system. So if you've already guessed it, an important parasympathetic function is getting a hard-on. You cannot have an ejaculation without the erection. During space travel, astronauts have to work out quite a bit just to make sure they have physiologically adequate blood flow. For an average male, it takes about 130 milliliters of blood for an erection to occur. So I'm gonna be frank, there will be no form of human sexual procreation nor recreation during space travel anytime in the near future. But honestly, maybe that's a good thing. Imagine trying to clean up after the act while still in zero gravity. Fact number 4, the size of our sun is gigantic. Just to be clear, when I mention the size of something, I'm referring to either its diameter, radius, or its volume, not its mass. So what, Hamdog? What if the sun is so big? Who cares? This fact is a no-brainer for almost everyone. But have you ever wondered just how enormous the sun is compared to our little blue planet? Well, today you'll know exactly how much the Earth is triumphed by the size of our sun. The diameter of our sun is approximately 1.4 million kilometers, or a whopping 874,000 miles. Our Earth has an average diameter of only about 12,740 kilometers, or a measly 8,000 miles. Okay, that is quite a bit, but when compared to the sun, over 109 Earth-sized bodies can be stretched across the diameter of our sun. What's even more bizarre is the difference in volume of the two. In terms of just kilometers cubed, Earth's volume is about 1.1 trillion cubic kilometers, or 1.1 times 10 to the 12th power. That value alone is menacing. But wait, there's more. The sun's volume is a staggering 1.4 quintillion kilometers cubed. In scientific notation, that's 1.4 times 10 to the 18th power. So what exactly does this mean? This tells us that nearly 1,280,000 Earths fit into our sun. That is crazy. 1 million Earths inside our sun, and they still do not completely fill it up. Now, we all know the largest planet in our solar system is Jupiter, but how many of those fit inside the sun? Let's find out. Thanks to our great friend Wikipedia, we know the volume of Jupiter is about 1.43 quadrillion cubic kilometers, which in scientific notation is 1.43 times 10 to the 15th power. That means our sun can hold approximately 986 Jupiters inside of it. The size of our sun is enormous, no doubt, but just remember, our sun is considered only an average-sized star. Suns of other solar systems can exceed the size of our own sun by quite a significant factor. And finally, fact number 5. Before I get into this one, I just want to point out that the universe is home to so much more than just merely our solar system. In fact, it is said that the universe is home to 100 billion galaxies, and that's only really considering what we can observe. In these worlds far, far away, we get some pretty disturbing and bizarre activity. One in particular is the concept of hypervelocity stars. As the name indicates, these celestial bodies travel at outrageously reckless speeds when compared to other stars. But where do these bad boys come from? According to an article I will link in the description, these stars were seen coming out of a black hole in the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Wait a second, aren't we in the Milky Way galaxy? And don't things usually go into a black hole? Yes and yes, but that's science at its core. Just when you think you know something, the universe smacks you in the face with another mesmerizing anomaly. I know I just mentioned black holes, but let's save that as a topic for another day. Right now, I want to discuss just how fast these hypervelocity stars move. As described in the same article, the stars were observed to reach speeds of up to 2 million miles per hour. That's equivalent to 890 kilometers per second. But how do we know that's abnormally fast for a star to travel? Well, let's put it into the perspective of our sun, which, while orbiting the Milky Way galaxy, tops off at a velocity of 220 kilometers per second. This tells us that the hypervelocity stars achieve a speed of more than 4 times than our sun. Okay, so what? 4 times faster. Big whoop. Oh, I forgot to mention one important detail. The recently discovered speedy stars do not appear to be pulled in by the gravity of our galaxy or the gravity of anything for that matter. Therefore, they are freely cruising throughout space, just waiting to collide into something. Fortunately, these balls of fire are light years away from us, but imagine our little blue planet getting swatted by a sun-sized object moving that fast. Also, when I say that fast, that's a little under 1/3 of the speed of light. It's amazing just how much is still being learned about our universe every day. There's so much knowledge that us as a race can still acquire from outer space. Today, I hope I was able to share some awesome facts with you about space. Hopefully, your fascinations about the horizons beyond our Earth have grown as much as mine. Share this video with any of your other geeky, space-loving friends. I'm sure they'll like it. Also, make sure to leave any feedback you'd like in the comment section below. Stay tuned, because I do plan on making more episodes, and trust me when I say this, I have a bunch of startling facts coming your way. Subscribing will ensure you see these videos when they are uploaded, so make sure to do that. Well, anyways, thanks for watching and have an awesome day.